Mary here to bring you mat Pilates. And we have a great emphasis, hip mobility, an emphasis that is near and dear to my heart and hopefully yours. As I get older, I notice the tightness in my hips, also in my hamstrings, and needing to keep my core strong to help that whole region be healthy and a little less painful. Since I started doing a lot of Pilates and hip movements in particular, I've noticed a great reduction in the amount of tightness I've had, much more pain-free. So I highly recommend these exercises this morning. All right, we're gonna start a good day, roll down. So just stand up. All you need for this class is your Pilates mat. If you have some tightness issues, you might wanna grab a small pillow to elevate yourself during a couple of the portions, and I'll point those out. I'll turn sideways to show you this one. We're just gonna do a gentle roll down to get us started this morning, standing nice and tall through the tip of our head, all the way to feeling those feet firmly planted in the ground. Feet are hip distance apart. From here, I just gently roll my neck down, and I continue all the way down until my palms reach the floor. Maybe do a little breath down there. And then we're gonna walk ourselves out to a down dog position and really feel most of our weight through our heels, and then just gently stretch it out by marching. And march, and march. Good. If reaching all the way to the ground is difficult, you can just reach to maybe the bottom part of a couch, or have a pillow to raise your hands to make this more comfortable. And the reason why I wanted to start with this position is to show you, after doing a bunch of hip exercises, roll yourself up, you'll find that stretch will feel a lot more comfortable. So there it is in the beginning, and then we're gonna move down to start our breathing exercises. So I'm just gonna sit down and lie on my back in a prone position and bring my feet towards my seat. Feet are just hip width apart, parallel, arms are flat, and then just feel your core as you breathe in. Your ribs expand. As you exhale, you pull your core and press your lower back into the ground. And again, breathe in and exhale, pressing into the ground, really feeling those abdominal muscles working. Inhale and exhale. Great. Keep that rhythm of your breath, and we're going to add some gentle rises. So you inhale, and as you exhale, you reach your palms just along your body and lower and round up, feeling those abs engaged, and lower again. Few more. Good. It's always a great idea to activate your abdominal muscles. It really gets you centered, and so you can focus on all the other work we're going to be doing this morning. And down. From there, go ahead, and we're going to lift through our lower body, lifting to tabletop position, and lower, and lift, and lower. Again, and try that on the other side. So we lift and lower. Good. We're just bringing that knee to just resting above the hip. And lift and lower. Okay, let's try that alternating. Lift one and lower. Lift the other, lower. Once you get this position, we're going to add back in that upper body. So as you lift your right leg, reaching up and lower. Other side. And repeat. Good. Arms can stay just alongside your body, and then you reach your fingertips towards your toes you want a little added challenge to this, you can move your hands behind your head, just letting them gently rest there. A few more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good morning, abs. Bring those hands back down. Go ahead and keep your feet flat on the ground. We're going to try to just open our hip by gently letting our one leg lower towards the side, but keeping our core strong. So resist the urge to let your hips and your body roll with that stretch. Doesn't have to go very far. Good, now try the other side. And lower. And lift, keeping nice and stable and strong. And lower opposite. 2. Just 2 more. 3. And 4. Go ahead and widen that stance. We're going to try to drop both legs while keeping your upper body square. Lower them to the right, back up through the top, and lower to the left. And back through the top. Great job. All right, go ahead and extend your left leg long. That right leg stays in the foot down position. We're going to move through tabletop and then extend our leg. Option to stay in that tabletop position as we're going to circle the knee. Just trace maybe the size of a grapefruit and then increase that circle size. If you want a little bit more, go ahead and extend that leg fully and really cross across the body. Again, keeping our core stable. Last one this way, and we'll do the same circle, opposite direction. Just a few more. We're going to 5. That's 4 and 5. Okay, drop that foot down. We're going to try that on the other side. Right leg extends long, left leg draws in, lifting towards tabletop. And from there, I like to start by going across my body. It helps me find that core, that stable position, and around. And around. Great for our hip mobility, also strengthening. Again, you remember the option to extend that leg all the way as you complete those circles. If you can keep that stable upper body, go ahead and increase the diameter of your circles that you're drawing. And we're going to go the other way. Around. Hello, couch. 3 more. Almost there. Ah, you did it. Okay, go ahead and lower that leg down. I'm going to do just a couple more little stretches, the same one that we did earlier, to undo any of that work. And go ahead and rise up to a seated position. We're ready to go ahead and do some side series. So from here, I'm going to lower onto my right side. Either side works. We'll get them both, I promise. If you have a yoga mat or some type of a mat with you, go ahead and lower just along the back side of your mat. So try to keep your arm, your head, shoulders, hips all along the back side. And then open up both legs towards the front corner of your mat. And then take that second hand, place it in front of you for stability. And from there, we're just going to be lifting and lowering. I'm going to use my left leg first. It lifts up and down. Great hip exercise, strengthening, mobilizing those hips, adding some mobility to your movement. So I'm keeping tight in my core. We activated that right at the beginning of class so that we could remember that. Muscle memory. And now float that leg. We're going to go forward and back. And forward and back. Good, you've got it. Don't worry so much about the range of motion, how big you're moving, but how stable you're keeping the rest of your body. A little bit of balance in here. Good, now hold it still there, and we circle around, around. Really lengthening as you create those little circles and reverse those circles. You've got this. And hold it right there. Lift that leg up. We're going to bend the upper leg, plant it down, maybe grab onto that outer ankle with your hand that is available. And from here, we're going to lift our extended leg up and down. Good. Little inner thigh workout. Also strengthening that outer hip. Especially if you try to lower that position, use control coming down. And now hold it up. From there, we circle. Around and around. Reverse that circle. Almost there. And hold it right there. Great job. Okay, go ahead and stack those legs on top of each other. Knees are bent this time. We're going to do a little bit of our clam position. So feet stay together, and then we open and we close. This one you should really feel all through that glute. By activating the glute, we also help stabilize our hips. And we work on our mobility with the open and the close. Good. Now try to lift that that foot up. There you go. And then we're going to open from there. Try to touch toes, toes, knees, knees. Toes, toes, knees, knees. Keep going. 5 more. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, great work. Roll onto your back and let's stretch out that leg that did all the work. So I had my left leg up. I'm going to cross my left leg over my right and try to grab on to the back of my right thigh to try to stretch out that hip before we get the other side. You ready for it? Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to rock myself up and I'll go to the other side so you can see. And I lower down along the back side of my mat. I'm resting my head on my arm. You could also hold onto the back side of your neck if you'd like, if that's a more comfortable position. All the way along, and then those toes reach towards the front. My upper arm is stabilizing myself to keep me from rocking forward or back. Okay, from there, we're gonna lift and lower. Right leg up and down. Couple more. And rest it, just floating above the left ankle. And now forward and back. Forward and back. This is the one where you really want to rock one way or the other, but resist the urge. Maybe decrease the range of motion if you feel yourself becoming unstable. You've got this. Just a few more. And now hold it even with the other foot and we circle around either direction. We'll hit them both. Keep going. Time to reverse and around and around. There you go. Ooh, last one. Hold it right there. Draw your knees in slightly. Okay, that fun clam. Here we go. We lift and lower. Good. Just toes together right now. Lift and lower. Good. So that top foot is kind of resting on that bottom, or at least your big toes are resting on each other as we get that position. And if you're ready for a little bit more, hold the toe up higher. And we're going to do knee to knee, toe to toe. So that increases our range, increases the rotation in the hips. This one's a little uncomfortable. Go back to that original. But you've got this. Just a few more. 1 to 5. 3. 4, and 5. You did it. Okay, we got to get a little stretch over there. So lie on your back again. This time bring your right leg in, left leg comes to meet it, and that's where I reach and pull through. Great work, everybody. We're going to move up to a seated position and get a little bit of stretch going in extension. Since we've done a lot of work using our hip flexors and drawing in, we're going to lie back in that prone position. Fold one hand over the other. If this is uncomfortable on your lower back, go ahead and place a pillow right beneath your hips so that will protect your lower back. But from here, we're going to try to lift up, up with our right leg, down, down. Other leg, up and down. Squeezing through your glutes. Gently lift it and gently lower it. Alternating. Okay, we're ready for the grand finale. Let's try to lift both legs up, 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 and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rising up to our hands and knees. Oh, I'm just feeling a good stretch coming on here. Try to sit back, resting your head on the ground just for a moment. All right, moment's over. Back up to your hands and knees. We're going to do a little bit of hip work here and finish with some nice stretches. So from here, you're going to draw your right knee towards your left hand. This requires a little bit of balance. You're going to tap the elbow to the knee and extend. I need a little bit more room here. Tap and reach. Tap and reach. 2 more. And lower that left hand, right leg. Let's try it on the opposite side. Right arm, left knee. Tap it and reach it. Lengthen. Last few. Final 2. And let that side down. From here, we're just going to try to open. Right knee, lift it directly to the side. Open and lift and lower with control. Now hold it open and see if you can circle around and around and around. If you need a little more, extend that leg while you do it. Okay, let's repeat that on the other side. So first we just open and close. Open. 2 more. Good, now hold this next one up and around and around. Make sure you go both directions. And from there, walk yourself so you have enough room. We're going to rise up to our hands and knees and try to take one foot. I'm going to start with my left foot. Bring it in front of my body. And from here, you can either keep your hands on your hips or you can lower them to the ground. And we're just going to gently rock forward. Make sure that your knee that's forward is directly above your ankle bone. You don't want to go too far this way. Keep it here or even slightly behind is fine. We're really gonna just stretching out, opening up this hip. Option here to hold that position. Maybe lift your outside arm and reach over. You can take your left arm if your left leg's in front and use it for support on the ground. And another option here, bring both hands to the inside of your front foot and get a little deeper stretch. And even go so far as to let those forearms move to the ground. Okay, same thing, other side. Left knee goes back, Right foot comes forward, and I gently rock forward, being mindful of that knee right above the ankle, and balancing, or maybe reaching towards the ground to help stabilize yourself. And now here's our optional stretches. You can reach that right arm to the ground and open up your left side of your body, reaching up and over. And then both hands go down to the ground. Feel a nice stretch there. Feel that left hip open. Option to lower down. Okay, we're moving back into that downward dog just to feel the difference that all these stretches have been. So curl those toes under and move yourself back to your down dog position. Hopefully you'll feel a lot less tension when you move into this stretch. And I already noticed I can get, it's such an easier movement for me, and I have much more mobility. That feels great. I hope that you found that these increased your mobility too. Little stretch towards the end. You might want to hold your legs out in a pike position and then draw one leg over. This is similar to what we did when we were lying prone. This is another way to get that. You can also add a pillow right here for support. If you want to intensify this exercise, draw your bottom leg in first and then prop that leg on the knee. And we'll try it on the other side. Right leg extends, left leg crosses. Sometimes I try to hinge forward a little bit. It really helps in that hip flexor area. I like to do these stretches every day. You notice with consistency, huge improvements with this. So let's finish with our straddle stretch. Be just in a comfortable straddle position. One hand reaches forward and then reach up and over. Maybe you can extend that hand that was in front for support over towards your extended leg. And up, let's try the other side. Reach up and over, either here or here. Feel that nice stretch to your side and walk those hands out forward. Feel that great stretch through your inner thigh and your hip area. Okay, feet back together. One last breath in and exhale, fold yourself forward. And round yourself up. Great job, everybody. I hope you enjoyed these exercises. I'll see you next time for more Pilates with Mary. Have a great day.